White played Queen C2. Pause the video to spot Black's next move. Queen E3 check. King D1. Knight takes B2 check. Queen takes B2. Pawn takes C3. Queen takes C3. Rook takes D4 check. King C2. Queen E2 check. King C1. White is aiming to play Rook E1. Queen G2. Rook C7. Queen F2. Rook takes C5 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn B4 played by Black. Rook takes G7 check. King takes G7. Queen B2. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black played Queen C5 check. Pause the video to spot White's next move. King H1. White is preparing to play Rook D8 check. Rook E8. Rook takes E8 check. Queen F8. Rook takes F8 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook takes E6 played by Black. Rook D7. White is preparing to play Queen G7 mate and establish a winning position. Rook E7 played by Black. Rook D8 check. King F7. Queen takes H7 check. King E6. Rook E1 check. King F6. Rook F8 check. King G5. Queen takes E7 check. Queen takes E7. Rook takes E7. Pawn B4. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Knight D3. Pause the video to figure out White's next move. Black is looking to play Knight B4. Queen E4. Rook C8. Queen takes B4. Queen takes B4 and take decisive advantage. Queen takes H5 move preferred by White. Rook D6. Queen H7 check. King F8. Queen H8 check. King E7. Queen takes G7 check. King D8. Queen G8 check. King C7. Pawn G7. White wants to play Queen H7. Rook D7. Pawn promotes to Queen at G8 and sees the initiative. Queen B4 played by Black. Black is setting up to play Queen takes B2 mate and take decisive advantage. Queen A2 played by White. White is setting up to play Pawn promotes to Queen at G8 and establish a winning position. Knight takes B2 played by Black. Pawn promotes to Queen at G8. Knight C4 check. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Rook takes C5. Pause the video to find out White's response. Pawn takes C5. Pawn A4. King takes E4. King E6. Pawn C6. Pawn F6. Pawn C7. King D7. King F5. King takes C7. King takes F6. King D6. King G7. King C5. King takes H6. King C4. King takes G5. King B3. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. White played King G2. Pause the video to spot Black's next move. Rook C1. Knight G6. Rook takes C2 check. King G1. White wants to play Rook takes C2 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook takes H2 move preferred by Black. King takes H2. King F3. Knight E5 check. King E2. Pawn A4. Pawn C3. Black wants to play Pawn C2. King G3. Pawn promotes to Queen at C1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. On takes b5 move preferred by white. On c2. Black is setting up to play pawn takes b5 and dominate the board. King g3 was chosen by white. On takes b5. Knight g6. On promotes to queen at c1. Black is preparing to play. Queen g5 check. King h2. Queen takes g6. King h1. King f3. King h2. Queen g2 mate and dominate the board. King g4. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King b6. Pause the video to find out white's response. On a4. On the 5. On b4. White considers playing. On takes a 5 check. King a6. Queen b5 check. King a7. Queen b6 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop b7 played by black. Black might go for pawn takes b4 and dominate the board. Rook takes c5 move preferred by white. Rook 8 g7. Queen e6 check. King a7. Rook takes a 5 check. King b8. Black's idea is to play. Queen d8. Bishop f5. Rook h6. Rook d5. Bishop takes d5 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen b6 move preferred by white. White is looking to play. Queen a7 check. King c7. Rook b5. Queen c8. Queen c5 check. King d8. Bishop takes c8 and gain a significant edge. Rook g4 played by black. On f3. On f5. On takes g4. On takes g4. Bishop g2. White is aiming to play. Queen a7 check. King c8. Rook c5 check. Rook c7. On takes f5. Queen takes c5. Bishop takes b7 check. Rook takes b7. Queen takes c5 check and seize the initiative. On takes e4 move preferred by black. Rook takes e5. Rook c7. Rook takes e4. Queen c8. Black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Rook e3. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook d6. White intends to play rook takes e6 and seize the initiative. Rook b3 move preferred by black. Rook takes b3. Bishop takes d6. Rook b6. White wants to play rook takes d6 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes e5 played by black. Rook b7 check. King g8. King takes e6. Bishop takes f4. King f6. White might go for King g6. Bishop g3. Rook b4. King f8. Rook e4. Bishop c7. King takes h5 and gain a significant edge. King f8 move preferred by black. Rook e7. White considers playing. Rook e4. Bishop d6. King g6. Bishop c7. King takes h5 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop c1 move preferred by black. Rook c7. Bishop b2 check. King g6. White might go for king takes h6 and gain a significant edge. Bishop e5 was chosen by black. Rook c4. White is preparing to play king takes h6 and increase their advantage significantly. King e7 played by black. King takes h6. King f6. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. On f4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. On takes g4. On takes e5. On b5. King f4. White is setting up to play. King takes g4. King takes e5. King g5. On a5. On takes b5 and increase their advantage significantly. On b4 played by black. Black is aiming to play. On takes a3. King takes g4. On a2. King g5. On promotes to queen at a1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. On a4 move preferred by white. On g3. Black is setting up to play. On g2. King g5. On promotes to queen at g1 check and seize the initiative. King takes g3 played by white. King takes e5. King g4. King d4. King g5. King c3. King takes g6. King takes b3. On h5. King takes a4. On h6. On b3. On h7. On b2. On promotes to queen at h8. On promotes to queen at b1 check. King g5. Queen g1 check. King f5. Queen f1 check. King g5. Queen takes c4. Queen a1 check. Black has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. White played. King f3. Pause the video to spot black's next move. White is preparing to play pawn takes h5 and take decisive advantage. Queen h2 was chosen by black. Black considers playing knight takes g1 check and dominate the board. Rook ge1 move preferred by white. White might go for rook takes e2 and gain a significant edge. Rook e8 played by black. Black is setting up to play rook e3 mate and establish a winning position. Knight e4 played by white. Queen h3 check. King takes e2. Rook takes e4 check. On takes e4. Queen takes b3. Rook eb1. Queen c2 check. King f3. Queen d3 check. King f2. Queen d2 check. King g3. Queen c3 check. King f2. Queen a5. Black intends to play. On c4. Rook a2. Queen c3. King g2. Queen e3. Rook f1. On d3. Rook af2. Queen takes e4 check and seize the initiative. Rook d1 move preferred by white. King f8. King e2. King e7. On g5. King d6. Black is looking to play. Queen c3. On e5 check. King d7. King f2. Queen e3 check. King g2. On d3. Rook f1. Queen takes g5 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook dc1 move preferred by white. King e5. Black's idea is to play king takes e4 and seize the initiative. King f3 move preferred by white. On f6. Black is setting up to play pawn takes g5 and seize the initiative. On takes f6 move preferred by white. King takes f6. Rook g1. King e5. Rook gc1. On h6. King f2. On g5. King f3. On h5. Black is aiming to play. On g4 check. King g3. On d3. King h4. King takes e4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King g3 move preferred by white. On d3. Rook h1. King takes e4. Rook h e1 check. Black has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. White played. Rook f1. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. Rook d1. Rook f3 check. King c4. On f7. Pawn promotes to queen at c1. Black intends to play queen takes g5 and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn promotes to queen at f8 was chosen by white. Queen b1 check. King e5. Rook d5 check. King f6. Queen b6 check. King g7. Rook takes g5 check. King h8. Rook h5 check. King g8. Queen g6 check. Queen g7. Queen takes g7 check. King takes g7. On a5. King f6. Rook h4. King e5. On a4. King d6. King b4. Rook f8. On a3. King e5. On a2. Black is looking to play pawn promotes to queen at a 1 check and seize the initiative. Rook f1 was chosen by white. Rook h2. Rook f4 check. King b3. Rook f3 check. King b4. Black is setting up to play pawn promotes to queen at a 1 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook f1 played by white. Rook b2. Black is aiming to play. Rook b1. Rook f4 check. King b5. Rook f5. Pawn promotes to queen at a 1 check and seize the initiative. Rook a1 was chosen by white. King b3. King e6. Rook c2. Black is planning to play. King b2. Rook d1. Rook c1. Rook d2 check. King b1. Rook takes a 2. King takes a 2 and seize the initiative. King e5 move preferred by white. Rook e2 check. King f4. King b2. Rook takes a 2 check. King takes a 2. King f5. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game.